Good evening. This is Victor Jones of IAU, Indie Artists United, and I'm excited to have with us today Mr. William Deuel. Did I say that right, William?
Duel.
Deuel. Okay.
Yep, yep,
We have
yep.
Mr. William Deuel with us, and this week we're going to interview him about his new LP he has coming out called Moment in Time, and we're going to hear some of his life stories, some of his career, about his career and his musical abilities, and just all we need to know about Mr. William. William, thanks for being here with us today.
Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So, William, we're going to jump right into this interview. First, I want to say thank you just one more time for joining us. It's such a pleasure. I've listened to your album. I've listened to your single. I think it's a single. And I am truly amazed with your work. I'm amazed with the musicians. I'm amazed with the singers. I'm amazed. I mean, you have a very professional sound. I'm not saying that you're not a professional, but the sound is so great. The mix, the master. I mean, just the songs. I mean, the content. Everything is great. And I tell you, thanks for being with us today, man.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. We work very hard to do things the right way, from the recording to the mixing to the mastering. It is a rock band. My first LP that I put out called Reset, I played most everything myself on the record.
Okay. Really?
I wrote the songs, I played the guitars, the bass.
Wow.
And so, there's a whole story to that in regards to I had not played music in a long time. I had a band in high school like everybody in the 80s had a garage.
Right.
So it was pretty good, we played out a lot, and music was a lot different then. It was a really social scene.
Okay.
Compared to, I think, how it is today.
Yeah,
was,
certainly.
with social media and everybody's time, and it was just a different time, and music was it was a place to meet and go.
I believe it was a time of a music appreciation,
Yeah.
Nowadays it's another, we live in another world. We live in the computer age. And I just, for me, I mean, even when I'm mixing a song or mastering a song, or I'm making a beat or producing a beat, I always got to have my keyboard sound. I can't use that. I have to play my keyboard. I have to play my bass. I have to play my drums.
Yeah.
If I'm doing it from a keyboard perspective, I have to have that live feel and the live sound, and that's lost in our today. And so that's why I have a lot of respect for you, Mr. William. You've done a brilliant job, man, with your recordings, and I can't wait to see this or hear this new LP that's coming out. So tell us about William. Tell us about your musical career. Let's start there.
Like I said, I started as a drummer.
Okay.
In the band when we were in high school, and that lasted for 3 or 4 years. And everybody one guy, the guitar player, went to college, and I had a career riding thoroughbred racehorses.
Okay.
And I'd always ridden horses, and from that point on, from my 20s, mid 20s on, I was traveling the country, but I always played.
Okay.
And at the different racetracks. So I might be in New York one weekend, I could be in Florida the next month. So all over the place. It was a very nomadic kind of lifestyle. So I got to meet a lot of people and play and jam with a lot of people acoustically. And then, a long story short, my mom died of cancer.
Okay.
One of my very closest friends, one of my best friends, died unexpectedly, let's say. And it really threw me into not a very good place.
Right, understand that.
And I had never really kind of been in that kind of situation before. I've lived a very privileged life.
Right.
And what it did was I started playing songs. The only thing I could do to cope with kind of my own misery was to play.
Okay.
And I would just sit mindlessly on the couch, strumming through chord patterns. And then finally one day I just hit the Mac computer on GarageBand and started recording what I was putting down.
Wow.
And that ultimately led to the first record. That's what's on the first record. And that's why at that time I had no band. It was just me. And that's why I called it the William Deuel Band.
Wow.
I am the band.
Wow.
So, I met the right guy as an engineer who listened to my songs that I had done on GarageBand. And I'm I'm not of the younger generation. I'm a whiz on the computer. So that was very just the basics on even by GarageBand standards.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so, but he heard it and he's like, "Come on in and let's do them the right way." And we did, and that led to my first record, which was 8 songs. I wrote close to 20 songs in a month.
Okay. Okay.
You know, it's just like this manic type thing.
Right. Right.
And you know, and then from there, you know, my goal once I recorded everything was to have a song on the radio.
Right. Right. Right.
You know,
Right.
quite simply, that's, you know, and I the first I turned some songs in locally, and they got picked up.
The rest is history.
You know, and now we're getting played kind of all over the world.
Yeah, tell us about that, because I believe you sent me something in my messenger on Facebook. Can you elaborate on that a little bit in reference to? So I want to just say this first. William is a really renowned music artist right now. I believe in out of the country, internationally and nationally. And so, why don't you share with us in reference to the thing with the radio piece, where you were, I think you were called or announced the #1 song or something like that. I don't know exactly what it was. Can you share that with us?
Yeah, that was off of that first record. It was, quite frankly, it was the first song that I wrote on the record on a radio station in St. Louis called Bandwagon Network Radio.
Okay.
It was, you can call in and like the songs as they're being played on the radio, and it was the most liked song of the year.
Okay.
On that station. Wow. It also went to #1 on that station for the month, a full month in the rankings.
Can you give us the title to that song? The title to that song?
Gravel Road is the name of that song.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So,
okay. I believe a lot of people voted for that too on the charting for the playlist, the genres playlist. We had some people vote for that as well. Actually, you're #1 on the playlist right now as far as the genres. I think it's going to be rock, country, alternative. You're actually #1 on the list right now.
I saw that you did that. I think that's a good move.
Yeah, we're definitely moving. It's strategic, but we're trying to do something to get everybody engaged, moving to the next level that we're going to. But and so it's just amazing, man, what you're doing, your success, and where you're going. Can you share with us kind of what's your future? What does the future look like for William?
Well, the future, I think, for me is very confusing, like it is for a lot of people right now.
Okay.
You know, we do have another 8-song LP that has been recorded. It's in mixing stages now. For this particular piece, it was very challenging because, once again, I did all the guitar and scratch vocals and drums live. Okay, and then because of COVID, it's been it's hard to get people together, or you can't get together.
Correct.
So from there, it went to using technology and sending the files to the bass player and having him send the bass parts back. Right. You know, and so it was an unconventional way, in some ways, to make a record. And I think a lot of people are up against that right now. So,
certainly.
You know, to answer your question, what's in the future? It's hard for me to say. I mean, the live aspect of it here in New York, anyway, is not coming back anytime soon. So, you know, I struggled whether it was an appropriate time to put out a work. With what people are going through. You know what I mean? But then on the other hand, I'm thinking, well, people need music more than ever.
Oh, certainly.
You know, if you have something to say. And,
certainly.
You know, and I do have a few songs in regards to, like, the coronavirus, and you wouldn't know really they were about it, but, you know, about being locked up, and
I understand.
You know, what we're all have been going through for a long time. So I would like to say that, you know, it's always been my model since I got back into this. My first goal was the radio. And I've been on 20 or 30 different radio channels now, and so you know, God bless, right? I mean,
hey, I know that's right. I mean, I'm just sitting back taking it all in, and that's why I'm so glad you did this interview, because people need to see and hear, especially IAU and the Artists United. We need to hear from William Deuel. We really need to hear from you, and I'm so glad that you accepted the interview invite. So let's talk about the LP a little bit more. Could you share with us at least some information about one of the songs, the title, the inspiration, and all of the above?
Sure. It's going to be called a moment in time.
Okay.
And anytime something special would happen with my wife and I, she would turn around and say to me, "Bill, that's a moment in time." And I said, "Okay, well, that's a really good idea for a song." And I literally wrote the song around that premise of a mother talking to her son,
Okay.
saying,
Okay.
"This is a moment in time. Pay attention to what's going on here. This
Wow.
will follow you for the rest of your life. You'll always remember this."
Wow. That's
And
that's that's very foundational.
I think so many people can relate to that in
Oh,
some
I
manner.
certainly can.
So that's the title of the LP, and it's also the title song.
The
And
thing I
that's
love
how I
about,
wrote it.
oh wow, that's great. The thing I love about you, William, is that I'm not trying to say that you're a senior or anything, but be it
Yes, I
be it
am.
that the age that be it that the age that you're at is so good that you're still making music because you keep the evolution of music alive. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm,
It's
mhm,
like, we have a lot of young artists, we have a lot of people that are doing things that are great, but
yeah.
but when you stay in the game, you know what I'm saying? You
Mhm,
keep music rounded. It's very important that you stay in the game to keep this music rounded,
mhm.
making opportunities for this evolution to come right back around. Because music always revolves. It always come
Very
right back.
cyclical.
There you
Yeah,
go. And so you
yeah.
make that possible. You make that possible, and I thank you for that.
Well, I appreciate that. It's look, I play rock music, and as someone, I'm 55 years old.
Hmm.
Um, you know, Rock isn't exactly at its height right now.
Right,
But that's what I do, and
right.
I think that's important for everyone to remember. Just do what you do.
That's right. That's
You
amazing.
know, I mean, it will come back to you some way.
Oh
It
yeah,
might
certainly.
not be in the time that you want it to, and when we're young, we want everything to happen very quickly.
Right, 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 right,
And
right.
you know what I mean? And it might not work out that way, but in the end, it might work out just the way it's supposed to.
Yeah, stay in the pace, stay in the goal, staying in and walking towards that goal, even when you don't see clarity, even when you don't see success. I
Right.
think that is so important.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that, man. That's one of my interview questions. It's what would you say? And this is profound. I want you to dig deep for this one. Don't have to be long, but dig deep. Because what would you say to a new artist who's just starting, who wants to become a William Deuel, who wants to become the next 50 Cent or James
Mhm.
Brown or the next, whatever artist you see?
Yeah.
What would you say? Give us something that the artist at IAU and every artist that hear this interview could take away and really use it for a foundation for their musical journey.
Well, I think I already started with the first part is be true to yourself and what you are and what you want to play.
Okay.
And then I think you have to make modest, very modest goals. We all want to play Madison Square Garden. It's not going to happen for 99% of us.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I got
So
you.
it's a very, very difficult business. It's a very competitive business.
Hmm.
So you need to kind of do your thing and do what you're good at, and don't worry about what everybody else is doing. That
Okay.
would be the most. And if you have, surround yourself with the best people that you can.
Okay.
That's something that I've learned in every business that I've been in, even the racehorse business. People will elevate your abilities if they're like-minded people. If they're more talented than you are, they'll raise you up. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Right. I understand.
Get around the best people that you can and listen. Keep your
Wow.
eyes and ears open and listen.
Wow.
And you
that,
know what I
that's
mean?
that's something. Now that's something to chew on and eat on and last for a couple of years. That
Yeah,
information is that's good. That's good. We
yeah.
appreciate that.
I
So
mean,
tell us, William, you are you're great. You have all your accomplishment in place, but now you're accomplishing also at IAU as the artist of the week.
mhm.
How are you feeling? What's your experience? What are you getting?
I love it. I absolutely love it. I saw what you were doing, from the very beginning when I first saw your posts on Facebook,
Okay.
and and I really like the direction that you're taking everything here with this. It's so community orientated, if you know what I mean.
Yes, sir.
And I just think that that's a really great. What was your original question?
My original question was being the artist of the week.
Yeah,
What's
I
happening there?
it's I I
I'm
always try
sure
to
you're
think
used
of
to the
myself
fame.
that way. I'm not, but I don't like it, and I'm not comfortable with it.
Okay, okay, okay.
And it's a direct opposite of what you would expect, because if you're a performer, you want to be in front of people and you want to be liked as much as you can.
I
But I
understand.
I have always, whether in racehorses and things like that, I like the spotlight, but I don't. I like to be in it and then get right out of it. If you
I
know what I
think I think it's more of the word that would actually justify what you're trying to say is humility.
Well, I don't want to be like one of those people that like, oh, look at me, I'm so humble. Yeah,
No, no,
you know,
no. But it's just you're not saying that you're humble, but it's just your mentality. It's who you are, and
yeah.
that's the difference. That's the
I
difference.
think that you learn that in life's lessons, not to get too high or too low.
Correct.
No matter what you're doing, because you can be
Correct.
on cloud nine and the rug can come out from underneath you tomorrow.
That's true. I agree, and that's why it's good to treat people with kindness and much respect as you can as you're actually going up. Because when you come down, you're gonna meet those same people.
Right, right. And the reception could be much different.
All right, so we're moving through the interview now. We're almost done. Just so let's go back to IAU and what you were explaining a while ago about just the concept of it, your experience since you've been here. Just share with us your experience with IAU, and you know where you see it going.
Well,
What is
I
it?
mean that's a good question for you. I'm going to ask that right back at you when I'm done with my answer, and
That's fine.
that I think that it opens me up to people that in types of music that I might not listen to.
Okay.
Okay, I listen to a wide variety of music. My wife works at Skidmore College here in New York. Next week, usually they have the fellows come in from Carnegie Hall
Okay.
and play for the college, and they play for the schools and everything. So I get to hear these world class. So I love listening to classical music over here. And I
Okay.
might listen to country music over here, and then a
Okay.
rock. So we don't all like all kinds of music, but I like to
No, we
give
don't.
everybody a shot.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and that I think that by what you're doing, you've got a lot. I think it's a little different for me because of my age.
Okay.
It kind of separates me a little, not in a bad way, but I see there's just a lot of younger people involved.
Right. Right.
And I give you who my influences were. They might not even know who Pete Townsend is.
Well, that's fine. I mean, but the thing is, you can't have music unless you have the greats.
Correct.
Music
Yeah.
was influenced by. We can go all the way back to ancient days. You get what I'm saying? Music
Yeah.
has always had its influences and the foundations of the beginning of time. And
Mhm.
so I think it's important. I mean, even as me myself, I'm a musician. I play music, and I
Yeah.
play music for a church. And
Hey,
in the
you're awesome.
church, and
You're
in
awesome.
the church. Oh, you've heard me?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know
Good
you heard
stuff.
me.
I listen to everybody. That's what I
Okay.
mean. I make sure
Okay.
I don't just like something for the sake of liking it.
Oh, wow. That's
I won't
profound.
do that. I get a lot of requests from some of the radio stations like this band. I'll like them, but I'm going to check them out first.
I know that's right. That's
I
good.
think in
That's
today's
good.
world, that's important.
That's good. That's very good. But yeah,
Mhm.
so me playing for a church, in the Christian ministries now, they have a new genre of music, and it's called Christian worship.
Mhm.
And that music, the base of the music is rock.
Mhm. Right. Right.
And so when I listen to your music versus the music that I play every Sunday, you get what I'm saying? It's very relative to me.
Oh. Oh yeah.
But you get what
Oh
I'm
yeah.
saying? And so,
I know exactly what you mean. There's
so,
blues in there. There's everything that you can
that's
imagine.
what I'm saying. And so it helps me. It helps
Yeah,
me, find that balance. You get what I'm saying?
I
Between the
do.
secular world and the Christian world. And it also helps me in my planning and my creating for the services. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. You're making a huge difference just being with the platform at IAU. And we
Well, I
appreciate.
really appreciate it, and like I said, I think it's. I'll put it right back at you. I mean, obviously, you've got some goals with this as being the person who has started all this and our fearless leader. So, the question to you is, what do you have in mind for the near future?
Well, what I really would like to see is I'd like to see more members become involved, and that we make this thing internationally strong,
Hmm.
and that we can build artists, help them develop to be
Hmm.
successful as artists, and help even people step into a place into the major industry.
Hmm.
That's the goal. That's the goal, to push these artists up by a community.
Right.
I just want, because I think the problem with musicians, William, is this, and artists. I think that we've become a very selfish people.
Hmm. Yeah,
You
I
know,
agree.
when you look at Facebook, when you look at all of the social media platforms, all you see is people posting their stuff,
Right.
their stuff. We
Right.
forget that being a musician is a servant.
Absolutely. Yes.
We serve the
Yeah.
public, and the
Right.
thing is, if we don't face that and realize that we're serving the public, but we also, if we don't serve each other, then we'll be horrible at serving, you know what I'm saying, the public. So my goal is to build and train musicians and develop the skills of unity,
Hmm.
loyalty,
Right.
pushing them into their destiny with the right
Hmm.
frame of mind that they will actually be able to last, you know what I'm saying, throughout their music industry. And
Right.
also, doing that as well, building a fan base for these musicians. That's why there's a section in the app that talks about fans. And so
Hmm.
trying to get them engaged into a fan base, you get what I'm saying? And
I
moving
do. Yeah. Yeah.
places. So it's just all about artist development, helping them increase their streams by everyone listening to it and giving them feedback, and then
Right.
putting a little bit of money in your pocket to help you along the way. It's
Right.
just like it's the Indie Artists United. That's all it's about. Much support, and bringing it to another level of support where people understand there's power in numbers. You get what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
I
And
do.
if we do it together,
Mhm.
then we will be so much more successful.
Well, I try to aspire to that. Like I said, if people ask me to check out a band, I actually do.
Right.
And if I like them, then I'll let them know about it. And I think that in today's world, like I said, people listen to music differently, and what's who gives you the most respect when someone who's in the music industry likes your music? For me, if you know what I mean, someone who understands music
Right.
likes your peers.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
want
That's
your
true.
peers to like your music. That,
Yeah,
to me,
that's right.
the first people I think of when I make a new record is, oh, what is this person or that person? They're usually very well versed in the music business.
Hmm.
What are they
That's right.
going to think?
That's right.
You know what I mean? So it's a great thing. Any way I can be of assistance in my limited way, I'm here, and I'll do whatever I can.
Well, we appreciate you, William, and we want you to share with your fans who are going to see this, and also your potential fans, your future fans. Share with them, where can they find this new LP? Let me look at it. Moment in time. Where can they
Yeah,
find
I'm not sure yet, to be honest with you,
it?
because I
Okay.
don't know when it's going to be done. Like I said, the
Okay.
mixing on that is, we did multiple tracks of guitars on certain songs and double
Okay.
vocals, and then so it's probably 2 or 3 months away.
Okay. So,
Uh,
but where can they find it
oh,
if
they'll
the
find it.
process goes?
It'll be on every platform that you can think of. The
Sounds
last
good.
time I did it was CD Baby. This time I'm thinking about doing it myself.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I'm trying to cut out that middle
Cut out the
part.
middleman. Hmm.
Yeah, and go right to my website.
Right.
So what I'm
Right.
trying to do is, I might not get as many hits, but if I can make 10 cents a song instead of
Well,
0.03 cents,
yeah,
yeah,
you share some,
you know what I mean?
you sharing some good information there, buddy. We
Yeah.
need we need to get you in for a presentation, uh,
These
a
are
Zoom
just, I'm
presentation.
going through it like everybody else is, to be honest with you. I mean, and that's what I mean. I'll try and pass along what I learn as I go along the best that I can. Once I
Okay,
dig into this, I'm going to have a PR company that I'm picking out right now. It's down to a couple of people that are probably going to promote this for me as well. So,
sounds
um,
good. Sounds
so
good.
that's a whole learning process too.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here taking it all in, William, and I just want to say thank you so much for joining us for this interview today. And Indie Artists United, this is a must. You must watch this video. There's much information that has been shared today that is very, very helpful and beneficial to you as an artist. William, I really just appreciate you being here today, man. You have anything you want to say before we close this?
Just yeah, just to the people that are out there, don't get too high, don't get too low. Just keep your dream alive and do what you do, man. Just do what you do, and it will come back to you. Have faith that it'll come back to you. So, just want people to know that.
Sounds
No matter
good.
how old you are,
I'm not too far behind you, William.
you know what I mean. Whatever it is, just do it. Do your thing, man, and love it.
Do your thing. So, William, we thank you for calling in tonight out of New York, and I'm in Maryland. I'm in Frederick,
Oh,
Maryland,
cool.
and we just appreciate you so much, man. We look forward to doing more with you outside of interviews. We look forward to doing some presentations and you helping us understand more about what your experiences are. So, thank you for joining us, William. This is Victor Jones, and this is William Deuel, and we are out. Thank you.
Thank you.